Hello, my friends, and welcome back to our continued blind Let's Play of Homestuck. My name is the FlightlessBird. This is your story-based gaming channel, and today on Act 6, Intermission 1. Well, the game has encountered a sugar rush problem thing. Yeah, everything is glitchy now because Caliburn is a jerk. Let's see where we go today in our story. I hope you're all having a wonderful, fantastic, amazing, awesome day today. The cool flash animation is unexpectedly cut short due to a critical Stardust clock. What a shame. Those exciting new gameplay features were looking pretty sick too. You'd think it was pretty neat how the panels were sliding around like that. Oh well, you probably don't miss it all that much. Nevertheless, on a hunch, you navigate once again to your trusty Bandcamp page and check the length of the song in question. Your fears are confirmed. It seems you missed 4 solid minutes of footage. You wonder if you'll ever find out what happened. You decide to click on the plants above to try to make some sense of the situation. Let's go here first. So, yep, duration 5 minutes. What a picture. Click on the plant. Oh, we can click on the plant. Oh, some of the planets. Oh, hold on. My back buttons. Okay, maybe it comes back to that. Yeah, maybe it comes back to that. Turn tech god began pestering carcinogeneticists. Hey! What? I hope this isn't too dumb a question, but do you have any idea how I got here? Got where? Lohack. What's Lohack? That's my old planet. You know, the lava and stuff, remember? The Duts. It has dumb crocodiles and a stock market, or at least it used to have one. Do you know they locked it down since that time I literally ransacked the entire economy? If you say so. I have more important things to worry about. Like trying to remember how I got here. Where are you? I'm on the planet with the volcano. That was Jay's planet, right? Low-Five? I don't know. I have no idea what the acronyms for your planets are. It's been 3 years since I last saw them. And even then, I was barely paying attention to what they called because I was too busy trolling you. Man, it's the land of frost and fogs. Are you sure? I don't see any frost. Yeah, it melted. What about the fogs? Did they melt too? Nah. I mean, I doubt it if you probably just can't see right now. Can you hear any rivets? Mother Hicker, you just asked me if I can hear any rivets? Yeah. This isn't joke around pal time, Dave. We all seem to be suffering from some sort of amnesia. Don't you think we should try to get to the bottom of that? Probably. How long have you and Kanaya been on Low-Five? How do you know I'm here with Kanaya? I'm talking to her right now. Oh, are you with anyone on Loham? Lohak. Whatever. And yeah, I'm with the mayor. You with the mayor? Yeah. And nobody else? Yeah. What? Why are you with the mayor? I don't know, I just am. Not that I'm complaining one bit, the mayor always rules categorically. For your information, I just high-fived him for like the 3rd time in a row to my recent recollection. You lucky son of a... Hey, so what's the last thing you actually do remember? I remember... Jade. Right, me too. But she was like a, freaking werewolf or something. Yeah, that was pretty freaky. Wait, then she zapped us to that Stonehenge place. Oh yeah, John was there. Yeah, we all landed in some grass like a pile of screw-ups. And then, dang, then what happened? I don't know. What the heck happened to John? Oh, okay. So now we're back here. Oh, so the ones that are pulsating like things. Normally, I say left is always right, but I start at the top. So we're gonna, I mean, I would think it would do it like a clock, but screw it. We're gonna do the anti-clock. Oh my God, what the? Rose. Hey, Rose, what's up? I seem to have been deposited on Lolar. Yeah, so I heard. Kanai tells me, you think, you know what happened. Wanna give me the scoop? Sure. I... Should we, look at the unglitched version? I think we should, right? I believe Jade has officially gone Grimbark. She seems to be working totally against us now. She has us split us up, keeping us quarantined to our own planets. I believe she's functioning at the behest of the Condes, though some form of coercion or mind control. This means she's attempting to finish our session for us while keeping us separated and neutralized. But there seems to be a reason for the way she has divided and grouped us. She may have a purpose for us. I think, however, John has managed to elude her. Have you heard from him? Dang, she wasn't kidding. This is surreal. Dave, I'm having trouble understanding you. Yeah, I can't understand a word you're saying either. I'm pretty sure I just read that in the wrong voice. Tentacle therapist, which is Rose, should be quick. Jade is the one who's slow. So sorry about that. I messed up her voice, but I mean it's all glitched anyway. So I'm just gonna blame the glitch. That's right. The voice sounded weird because everything is glitched there. And look, you can actually see everything like glitched on the planet. John Egbert has gone missing. Tentaka began pestering Grim Auxiliatrix. And that is Kanaya. Let's make sure I'm actually doing this right. Yes, this is Kanaya. Okay. So I screwed up on Rose, but then again, like I said, everything is glitched on the planet, so I'm blaming the glitch. So you're just as brain damaged as we are? Who's we? Me and Cat. Of course not. But if you're referring to the short-term memory loss we all seem to be experiencing, yes, I've got that too. Ah, okay. So you have no idea how you got the low-faf then? How do you know I'm on low-faf? Well, I'm talking to Cat. That's what he told Cat. How does he know that? I didn't think Cat could remember the acronyms for your planets. Yeah, but I don't think that's a memory loss issue. That's just him being an idiot. But let's not get into that. Okay. Where's Rose? She's apparently on Lular. Oh, and what about Terezi? She's with Rose. Do they, remember what happened? No. But it seems they both surmised the missing events since we arrived. What? How? Well, they are seers, after all. Friggin' seers! All making us nice look bad and whatever you are. What were you again? I'm a sylph. What the heck is a sylph? I am on record as once having facetiously likened it to a magical witch. Ah, but witches are already magical, aren't they? Like, by definition? Oh, wait, that's the joke, I guess. Gosh dang, this missing time stuff is making me feel dumb as heck. If it's any reassurance, you seem like the same old Dave to me. Ah, okay, good. So, what do the seers think happened? I don't know. Rose was trying to tell me, but she ceased being comprehensible. Oh, God, is she still drunk? No, it's just that her words suddenly became, why don't you just talk to her and see for yourself? Ah, okay. Wow, you're right. Haha, WTF. Man, I can't describe it. Not like a text is unreadable gibberish. It's like it's like existentially inscrutable somehow, and it sounds totally different than a normal voice. I know, right? I think we may have a problem here. Okay, so that's all the planes I can click on. The thing zooms into the circle representing Durst, and suddenly a character select screen explodes into action. Yet again, you find yourself overwhelmed by feelings of narrative empowerment as you agonize over which of these two lawless ladies you will hitch your wagon to, as you blaze a new trail through the treacherous frontiers of interaction fiction. Oh crud, you say. More Stardust glitches. You just click them both in whatever order you feel like, and hope for the best. Well, left is always right. Everything is messed up. You trying to control John? It appears the current path is too corrupted to continue. You can't even open the dialogue log. Yeah, I'm trying. It is simply too horrible. Perhaps this part of the story will clear up a little later and you'll be able to resume this Until then, no dice. Aww. Woof. Roxy. Yo, did you just woof? Yes, I just woofed. I see. But you can also talk in person language, it would seem. Yes, I can talk in person language. So why don't you say person things instead of woofs? Oh, don't worry. I will say lots of person things to you. For you see, Roxy. What the? Royal Cadets. We have many person things to discuss. LMAO. Okay. It's not back here. Excuse me, but did you just laugh your butt off at me under your breath? Yeah, maybe. I fail to see what is so amusing. You do? Seriously? Okay, I guess the situation is a little funny because of this absurd folder. And the fact that I whooped at you probably didn't help either. But I'm not here to share a good laugh over your old lady's sense of design or a penchant for scrapbooking. I am here to make sure that you do as you're told. Ugh. Now take the file and review your assignment. I already looked at it. It's dumb and impossible, and I ain't cooperating with her regardless. Yes, you will. Can we change the subject? No. Aren't you Jake's grandma? That's what you told me when we were pen pals. But I think it's more accurate to say I'm his alternate universe biological daughter. Oh, well, that clears that up then. Yes, it does. Now take the dang folder. So, alt granny daughter English, where you're part dark and evil looking? Do not call me that! What? My surname is Harley, not English. But you may refer to me as Jade, or ma'am, if you are feeling especially nervous and deferential. Which, as it turns out, is the way you should be feeling about me. Always. Lol. Lol what? Jade, I'm in no way buying that you're normally this pompous and tyrannical. This shtick really doesn't suit you. It's so obvious. Why are you doing the Battle Hag's tacky bidding anyway? She got you under an extraterrestrial fish spell, or... Slap. Doof. Silence! Oof! Open the file. Open it. Fine. Okay, I opened it. Hey, you look, it's the same stuff as before. I'm supposed to make this weird knobbly spike ball appear out of nothing? Yes. Okay, got it. Let me give it a shot then. Well, still impossible. What now, ma'am? It is not impossible. Is too. You are the Vogue of Void. Don't you know what that means? I do know. Means I can turn invisible and stuff? Like the Bond in that horrible superhero quartet? It means a lot more than that. Your true powers are more impressive than those of anyone else in your bad quartet. In fact, I would say they are almost as cool as mine. Naturally, the ability to make weird spike balls out of nothing is all that cool, TBH. Not just spike balls. Imagine that your title is roughly synonymous with one who steals nothing. What do you think it means to be able to steal nothing? It means I'm like a horrible cat burglar who sucks at her job? Wrong. It means just the opposite. It means you can steal the essence of nothingness from something. You can rob nothingness from an idea if you put your mind to it, effectively allowing you to conjure virtually anything out of thin air. OMG, you can't be serious. That is way too much superpower for a dork like me to have. Grrr. Oh no, please don't growl at me, Dog Jade. It's legit frightening. I'm sorry, but your remarks of self-deprecation made me very angry. Once, I was even more of a dork than you. But now, I'm one of the most powerful beings who has ever existed. I don't want to hear any whining about what you think you can't do. You are hereby under strict orders from myself and her condensation to clam up and conjure that orb. Do you understand? So I'm just supposed to sit here and think about this ugly ball and twiddle my fingers or something? You tell me. Space is my racket, not void. Maybe it would help if I knew what the dang thing was. How am I supposed to steal the non-existent thing from a concept when the concept only exists in my mind as ugly ball? It is called the Matri Orb. It is a key to resurrecting the troll race. Once you create it, the Empress will hatch it on an uninhabited planet located beyond the reach of her cruel employer. There, her people have another chance to thrive without the ever-looming threat of extinction that comes from his influence. So you see, Roxy, there is nothing noble about refusing to help. Once an entire alien race went extinct because of a terrible monster, and you can help give them a second chance. Don't you want that? In theory, sure, I guess. But you're basically asking me to bring a lot of people back to life so they can be slaves to that witch. You want me to help me make all these frustrated trolls, but then just turn them over to her? Like, here, go have fun, historical witch Amiga Hitler. I do not actually think I want to do that. Yes, fair enough, but here's the other thing. If you don't, I am going to kill you. Oh, noes! Oh, yeses. A little plurality of yeses. Seeing as you are a god tier, it is very likely that you will come back to life. So I can just keep killing you over and over, a different way each time. Maybe I will disembowel you a few times. I will not even need to use my sharp doggy teeth. I will just snap my fingers and your delicious guts will teleport outside your body. Ew! No, way more like yum. I will keep on killing you again and again until you finally get tired of dying and follow your orders. Man, Evil Jade is sucker Jade. I believe you'll find I'm the suckest Jade there is. Now, we are going to be here in the cell for as long as it takes. I am not going anywhere until you try doing your voidy thing and make something appear. Is that understood? Twiddle, 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 twiddle. Blah, fine. Why you gotta be so awful, Jade? Really putting a cramp on us making new friends with each other. Oh well, here goes. All twiddling my fingers and such. Busting out the magic! Spraying up a storm till the holy wizard Christ that ain't fake. Alright, check it. One jank butt space egg coming up. Abba happen. Something appeared. This is not a space egg. No, it's not. Balls. Guess I effed up my void spell. What is this thing? That's a perfectly generic object. It's perfectly generic? Yes. I do know about that. Looks like a green cube to me, with like slightly beveled corners. That's what a perfectly generic object is. Couldn't something theoretically be more generic than this? How? I don't know. Exactly. If you want your powers to reach their full potential, you're going to need to become more familiar with the fundamental building blocks of ideas and how they translate into more complicated thoughts and forms. Then it becomes a simple matter of using your abilities to snatch those concepts from unreality. Sounds too hard. Better start killing me repeatedly and get it over with. We both know you don't think it's too hard. You think it sounds like an interesting challenge. Dang it! Stupid Jake's wily witch butt grandma. This is a very good start though. With a little practice, I'm sure our Empress will have her orb in no time. Well, at least I know I can make a whole lot of these. Boing cubes if all else fails. Hey, maybe I'll build a sick fort out of them. Hey, Jade, tell me that wouldn't be so baller. It would be fairly baller. F yeah! Keep trying for that orb though. I'll return in a while to review your progress. And remember, don't get any funny ideas. But P, much all my ideas are funny. I mean, don't try to escape. Even if you are invisible, I will be able to track you down instantly. My sense of smell is very good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some business to attend to. What business? Trying to figure out where John is. I am still trying to locate my brother, but I'm having trouble picking up his scent. He's using his windy powers to obscure the trail, and it's giving me fits. Windy powers, eh? Who's your bro? Woof! I mean, shh! That is enough questions from you. Now I believe you have a space egg to conjure. Mumble, mumble, egg, mumble, shove it, grumble. What? Mumble, mutter my fat behind. Farewell, Voxy. And she's gone. You return to the character select screen upon having completed one of the above arcs. Oh yeah, that's right. You forgot you even came from the select screen. Some of the choosable paths start getting a little long, you think. Per the drill, you double check to make sure you clicked on them all before proceeding. On the other hand, if this is your first time seeing the screen, then welcome to the P equals 008199 character select screen. It's like a triple scoop of ice cream piled generously atop the waffle cone of free will, making you a truly happy camper. You begin to wonder why this paragraph didn't come first. Kind of bearing the lead there, to quote your private observation verbatim. Yeah, that totally should have came first. Oh, look at all the salamanders. Oh, I love these guys. They're so funny. And there's the wayward vagabond. The window has been shattered. Oh, a lot going on here. Dave. So weird being back here. Can't believe how long ago it feels since I lived in this place. Spent way too long wallowing in our own fields on that gnarly meteor, that's for sure. Doesn't even seem like my room anymore. It's like trespassing with someone like I'm honing in on somebody else's life. A life that most sweetly, though, I will admit. Aha! The stupid toilet's still there. I remember when Jay put that there, that's perhaps like my favorite memory. Wish Jay wasn't crazy. Just makes me remember how much I miss not crazy Jade. Or less crazy Jade. Wait, didn't Carcat once say Terezi ripped a troll toilet out of his house? What's with girls and the universally constant tendency to rip out plumbing fixtures? I just accidentally cracked into the comic riddle? Well, I gotta text him and get this confirmation on this ASAP. Actually, nah. I probably rang the poor guy with enough of my BS the last few years. I'll just keep shuffling through memory lane, making wistful observations out loud. You know how it kind of chaps my bulge that people rip on me for talking to myself? It's like the most perfectly natural thing to do. Why are people so uptight about keeping the lid on their monologues? What a bunch of stuffy pricks. I always found the sound of my own voice to be mysteriously soothing. Haha, talk about an embarrassing sentence to say in earshot of an actual person. Well, maybe not the mayor. You can always tell the mayor anything, Hart. Haha, this piece of garbage is still here too. Didn't we use this thing like once? Why don't you use this pile of trash in hindsight? Sometimes I think this game was designed by an idiot. Wasn't it called like the laser beam in television or something? I'd throw it in lava, but that'd be a waste of the melting. Oh yeah, I almost forgot all about my ill beats from the past. I wonder if they're as ill as I remember. Okay, I just pushed some buttons and verified they're mean as ill as the day they were dropped. I had to send them to Carcat. He has always been an enthusiastic patron of my exceptional science. I mean, sure, it sucks, and maybe even believes on some pathetic subintellectual plane of consciousness which gross Philistines operate on the whole lives. Whatever, he gets a load of my height. I see him there, tapping his foot ever so slightly. I see him. This poster. I love this poster. It's like an old friend. Never even knew who these guys were or what the deal was. Never gave much thought, I guess. Doubt I'll ever find out at this point. Oh well. Some things I guess that were never meant to be figured out. Would benefit from any kind of elaboration. Not even years later. Just the way it is sometimes. Like I said before. Poster is a heck of a mystery. I never even thought it was a mystery. It would be pretty cool if somebody solved it. But dang it if that's ever gonna happen, so that's a shame. Aw, heck, it's my old Dead Things collection. What a stupid blast from the past. I seriously cannot remember if I was sincere with this stuff. I was probably trying to flex my underdeveloped irony muscles, like the shrimpiest kid at the hipster gym. Why does my childhood room have to be such a predictable museum of embarrassments? I don't know. Some of those things are kind of cool, actually. Like from a standpoint of objective reevaluation afforded by the sober maturity that comes with being literally 100% grown up now. Dead things are actually pretty rad. I feel like if I was legitimately into all this, some more should have come out of the interest. Like there could have been like entire conversations about it that never even took place. Hey Rose, you never guess what I'm excited about and have loaded dialogue to spill over. What's that, Dave? Ancient mollusk. Said Rose. How many bananas do you think this paw clutched back when it was alive and attached to a monkey? Dave, I really must say, this conversation blows. Yeah, sorry. Maybe I could have really developed this interest. Maybe I could have made something cool as a result. Like, what even profession is this? A dead ogler? No, wait. Probably a paleontologist or something. I could have been a paleontologist instead of what I became, which was, some pajama packing awesome dude from the Renaissance Fair. That would have been the dopeness. Erg. Ironic selfies. Oh god, now these. This is some irredeemably mortifying stuff right here. What was I thinking? I just don't know, man. I just don't know. This is what seasoned veterans call bad irony. Look at this guy. What a novice. Oh, who am I kidding? I can't stay mad at that face. Okay, this one's actually pretty funny. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha! Oh god, the puppets. Probably flame boiled whopper. 2 for $3.50. Oh my god, yeah, that's. Did that even exist in 2013? Feels like so long ago. Why can't I stop laughing? Zap. You win! You win, young Dave. The sub is a comedy gold. Huh? Hi, Dave. What's so funny? Whoa, John. Yo, what were you looking at there? Hey, are you crying? What? No. I mean, I was just laughing too hard at something dumb. You know how it is. Huh. Yeah, can I see? Nah, it's nothing. Where the heck have you been? Do you remember what happened since we got here? Yes. Well, are you gonna fill me in or keep floating there in the most uninformative way possible? Uh-oh. Dave, I have to go. Wait, why? I can't hang around in one place for too long. Let's catch up later, okay? John, wait! See you, buddy. So is that how he's running from her? No, don't, John! No, stop turning to wind, you fickle idiot! Don't just leave right away, that's such an insanely predictable move! I say get back here, you slippery mother hacker! Yep. Hello, Dave. Gosh dang it! He was just here, wasn't he? No! How do you even know who I'm talking about? Look, all I know is Egbert most definitely didn't just appear out of nowhere and catch me weep laughing at my selfies. Dave, I know he was just here. I can smell him. I keep my apartment misted with his odor at all times. Essence de Egbert. Essence de Egbert. There we go. Degbert? What? Nah, it's like the French pronunciation. Ah. Anyway, I'm just a lot more comfortable with my whole pace reeks of nerd musk. So that explains that. You can't fool me, Dave. I will track him down sooner or later. In any case, it doesn't matter. I came here to see you, not him. I did? Come with me. Snap. Knack. Where? Out here. We have work to do. She is so powerful. What work? You're going to need to upgrade your weapon. What, you mean the Derringer? Yes. Man, I thought it was like the best possible sword, or at least the best possible broken sword. That may very well be the case, but it will be useless against Lord English. Wouldn't you prefer a weapon that's capable of actually inflicting damage against him? Not really. Of course you would. This isn't up for discussion. Now give me the Derringer. We have all been traveling for 3 long years. What better way to celebrate our reunion than with a little alchemy, huh? Well, there's lots of ways. We could have a Jade that goes back to normal party, starring normal Jade. Ha ha, give me the sword. Okay, here. So how do we make it so they can damage him? It needs a special ingredient, something which represents his only known weakness, but hasn't been properly weaponized. And you know what that is? I do. How? I get all my intelligence on such matters from the old lady. She's had centuries up to hatch a plan to settle her score. Over time, she's uncovered many secrets about him. I don't understand how this is even working. She piping all these secrets into your brain along with all the evil? That is not relevant. Fair enough. I guess technically almost nothing is relevant to the dude you're barking orders to. Literally barking because you know all the dogginess. Bark, bark, bark. Yes, exactly, like that. Thank you for participating in the joke. Now, what is the special ingredient and where do we get it? I already have it right here. Oh, yeah? In fact, I've had it for as long as I can remember. It was right under my doggy snout all along. Remember this? The cue ball? No. Dave, are you lying to me? No, I've never seen that thing before. But I found it on your planet. It must have gotten here somehow. I didn't take your lousy egg. It's not an egg. Yeah, well, these planets are crawling with brainless lizards. Maybe one of them thought it was an egg. And then brought it here because it's warm and trying to hatch it. You really have a one-track mind when it comes to certain things. What things? What are you talking about? Day Sprite was like that too. I just figured it was because it was part bird. But no, here you are going on about bird things too just like him. Come on, don't compare me to him. Just because I think it's an eggy looking thing don't mean I think it like a dang bird. Mm-hmm. And just because I have these pointy ears doesn't mean I'm gonna kill for some sausages right now. You actually want sausages? Maybe. Okay, well, sausages notwithstanding, this is BS. Tell me how this thing doesn't look like an egg to you. How is that obviously not such an egg? It's a cue ball, Dave. I see. So if I'm following, and what you're telling me is Lord English has some sort of severe egg allergy that we're hoping to exploit? I see it's still impossible to have a serious conversation with you, whether you are a sassy bird or not. I thought regular Dave might have matured a little over 3 years, but I guess I was wrong. Man, can we just make the egg sword already? But ding. The cattle flitch. No, not the legendary piece of garbage again. Pardon? Man, it's the stupid well sword again. Are you telling me you have seen this sword before, Dave? How is that possible? I don't know, because I have a horrible quest is how. Didn't Dave Sprite tell you anything? I found the sword in the gold cave and broke it. Well, then Dave Sprite took it to the Hephaestus, fixed it, and upgraded it to the Derringer. And said that to me, and I broke it again. You sure seem to break swords a lot. Yeah, I know. Has always been the thing for some reason. Now I guess it turns out my ultimate sword is really just a repair downgrade of my previously ultimate sword mixed with a cue ball. We just cycle right back to Califwish like a bunch of fools. That's the most stupid, convoluted, but backward way to get a sword out of a stone I can even imagine. I feel like someone out there is having a good laugh over this. I sure hope like a juggalo equivalent of Loki or whoever the heck is having a top-notch riddle wank at my expense. You know what really gets me is That horrible whale sword presumably consists of those ingredients all along, which just makes me want to travel back in time to form a mutually assisted killing off of myself. Me and the other Dave can take turns suffocating each other with our own dummy cakes. Dave, I admit this peculiar turn of events, but I think you're overreacting. Jay, this is stupid! My quest is a stupid piece of garbage quest for lame, stupid loser heckheads who suck balls while pooping their pants. OMG. You really spent way too much time alone with Carcat, haven't you? I need help. Oh, back to the character screen. Alright. Going around everywhere. What's that? What, this? Yes, that. Earth. That's Earth? Why is it so small? It's small because I shrunk it. Because I'm a space witch. Duh. Okay, but why do you have it? I thought Jack destroyed the universe. He did, but I snuck through a portal and nabbed it. Then I hopped right back through the gate before everything blew up. I was in and out like a bandit. You know, I like to think I make a pretty good witch, especially since I turned wicked and all. But maybe I would have made an even better thief. What do you think, Jane? You think I missed my true calling? A weird red dot. It's just a red dot. I don't understand why it's only a red dot. But apparently, just a red dot. Come to think of it, the new empire probably doesn't need any more thieves. We already have the greatest thief of all running the show. She even managed to steal both of us from our own pals, didn't she, Jane? Hee hee. Isn't that a riot, guys? Thanks, Jade. No, really, thank you so much for those clarifications, while obliterating any shadow of a doubt that you are firmly off your rocker. But maybe, if it's not too much extra trouble, couldn't help me understand why you stranded us on a bunch of differentiated planets, only to come taunt me with a waterlogged miniature version of Earth. Maybe that's why it's red dots. It won't be Earth for much longer. It will be home to the new empire. I will deliver it to the universe we create, or I should say the one you create. If you are obedient and complete the task you are assigned, you may have a place in the empire among the subservient classes. Brrr! Did you feel that too, Kanaya? Chill that just ran down my torso pillar due to all the pure evil that brainwashed Jade is saying. Absolutely petrified. Someone help me change my smelly pants. Listen, Jade, and other random evil girl, you listen too. I don't care about your stupid little globe or your ominous allusions to the new empires or what sort of pariahs we can expect to be in the bogus dream dystopia. There's only one course of action from which you will I tolerate, and that is feeding me a steady diet of frickin' answers, not cagey, smirk-tortured info morsels delivered between horrible villain chuckles. I want an uninterrupted spate of hard, unembellished data, which has only one purpose, and that is to get me personally up to speed on literally everything, right this blood-hacking second. Carcat, I had almost forgotten how I missed our repartee. Thank you for reminding me. That outburst was beautiful. If you're frustrated by the way I'm treating you, look at it this way. I'm not asking for passwords anywhere, am I? You think I care about passwords? Compared to this, the passwords were a gosh dang lawn meal. With a checkered tablecloth and everything. Fun for all involved, especially the march bug sneaking the crumbs away. I would kill to have you give one password again, especially if it meant unlocking regular Jade from a corrupted empire serving back fiend state. Is there a password like that, Jade? Can I start guessing at it? Let's see. Since you appear to be some sort of wild carnivorous furry now, probably has something to do with meat, doesn't it? Sausages. It's sausages, isn't it? Am I close? Something in the sausage department. Snout sausages. Grubwurst. Hoof loaf. Ham steak. Sorry, Carcat. There is no password. Not this time. If you continue to list me products, then I'm afraid the only thing you will unlock is my fearsome doggy hunger. And believe me, you don't want to see me when I'm doggy hungry.
Rolling my dang eyes.
But if you insist on hounding me, haha, for some sort of explanation, it's all really simple. We all recently arrived in this brand new session. Jane's session, actually. This is Jane, by the way. Say hi, Jane. Hello. Jane is actually my biological mother, believe it or not.
Man, this story sucks so far.
Shh. But her session was taken over by the woman who might call our mutual great-grandmother. She's an alien, a very powerful troll queen, actually.
Yeah, the Empress is here. I think we already managed to deduce that.
Carcat, you are the one who demanded an uninterrupted spate of hard and embellished data. I'll thank you to not yell at me for doing exactly what you requested.
Kanaya, you see what I had to deal with?
You do realize I spoke to Jade plenty of times myself.
Oh, you did? Oh, yeah. Guess I forgot about that.
Her imperious condensation is in control now. She intends to carry out the remaining objectives to complete this session. Those tasks will be distributed among several recently recruited agents, of course. That's you. This should come as a relief to you, since it means you and she are not in opposition at all. In fact, you share the same goals. The only difference is that when the time comes, she will be the one claiming the ultimate reward. The spoils will be hers, not ours. You get it?
I think so. She wants us all to get a nice head start and a decadent new life of slavery promised for us on a scale model of alternate Earth. Well, that sounds super. Doesn't that sound super, Kanaya?
No.
I think I speak for Kanaya when I say it sounds really freaking super. How do we get started? I'm just befouling my already pungent drawers over the opportunity to get down to business to defeat the Huns and start doing slavery.
Excellent. What you will need to do is ready the young frog for its journey to Skya. I will prepare Skya to receive it by deploying the battlefield from our old session. This will bring fertility to the void session and allow the frog to mature when he completes his journey.
So you want us to make another frog?
No. I already made one actually, don't you remember? Really, your job is so easy. There's no more frog breeding involved at all. When the time is right, you just have to release the one that's already there.
Where is it?
It fell into the forge. In the years since it has sunk all the way down to the planet's core. But as it happens now, that is exactly where it should be. My denizen is now guarding it. As I'm sure Kanaya already knows, it will not be released unless you travel there and formally request that she do so.
Oh yeah? Well, that's that simple. Then why don't you do it? You can use your dog teleportation or whatever.
I already did. Echidna will not speak with me.
Why not? Could it be due to the fact that you're a horrible, evil version of yourself? And the mighty Echidna just probably has too much self-respect to bother dignifying the farce you become?
It is not important why, and it changes nothing. She said she would only speak with another hero of space. That would be Kanaya. She also cryptically requested the presence of the knight who once helped her with breeding duties. Karkat, I gather that would be you.
Me? Why would she ask to see me? Another space player could understand, but what the heck do I have to do with this?
I don't know, Karkat. That is your problem, not mine. Maybe you should try feeling grateful she asked for you.
Grateful?
You're getting the chance to get right what went so horribly wrong. To attune for your hasty first attempt at frog breeding, which resulted in a terminal universe. If I were you, I would feel pretty relieved to get a second chance, but that's just me.
Wow, Kanaya, it's official. Jade has turned into some sort of gross nightmare witch. As the beleaguered and long-suffering leader, albeit still leader of our party, I'm wishing that we don't do anything she says, or anything to help the Empress, even if it overlaps with our own interests, and stop listening to Were Harley until she snaps out of her brutal idiot coma.
I second your emotion.
The motion passed with an overwhelming majority of votes among people in the immediate vicinity who are horrible.
Uh-oh. I'd be careful about the slurs you bandy about, particularly those targeting my canine qualities, which I am sensitive about and therefore find to be really mean. You should be aware that I have already threatened to kill some people today, so watch your step, mister.
Gone. Sorry, Jade. But you sound about as threatening as some mild flatulence I once had.
It's true, though, I'm very threatening. And this girl right here, she's even worse. She hasn't even said a word. That is terrifying. Jeez, even I'm nervous. And Kanaya, don't think you are safe from our threats just because you happen to be a vampire. We have ways of handling the undead. Jane here, she has the power to bring people back to life. Although it is my understanding that this ability is limited to one-time only use per individual. So, you do know what sort of effect a resurrection spell will have on undead targets? No. Oh. You don't? I thought it was common knowledge. When you cast healing magic on a zombie or Dracula, they die. How do you figure? I don't know. Isn't that how it works in stories and games and such? Seems pretty logical to me. I think you are presuming to know a lot about my nature, which is not actually true. It sounds as though you're suggesting that I have qualities similar to certain types of shadow droppers, which is not quite the case. But even if it was, there were a lot of myths about shadow dapper physiology that are commonly perpetuated by popular. I can see a demonstration will be in order, Jane, if you would be so kind.
Oh my god!
Just ripped right through him. Oh god. So much happening in this one panel. Submit.
Arrgh!
I don't know if that's all the O's, or that was more O's or less O's, but oh my god, you just got stabbed right through the. Oh man. Dead. Oh, she's gonna bring him back to life. That's what she meant. Deep breath. Holy cow. No! Times 2. Right. Gotcha. Deep breath. Tackle pounce. Hummingbirds everywhere. No, times 3. John, stop that. Whoa. Kerzap. Sheppole. Resurrected. Oh, it's a little salamander just appeared in the background. Zzz. Woo! Zap. Oh man, here I go again. Well, see ya. No, wait. Egbert! Oh, I'm so mad. Grr, grr. Zap. Ow! Yeah, I think we can probably finish this off. Oh, the heck is going on with this world? Oh, turtles. Turtles are cool. Egg. Why does the light have to be so bright? Make sure I'm doing this right. Roads, yes. Erk. Why do my eyes have to work so well? I take it you are still detoxing from your overdose of repelling hologram nectar. Erk, please, no talking. Between the phago shock and sensory overload, I cannot even deal. Do you need a turn with the pillow? Shh. I thought I got used to seeing again. At least the motor was always so dark. Here, though, your planet looks like screaming. Any words sound like throbbing. You should try not to consume so much sugar. It's really bad for you. Lalonde, please do not go there. Does it look like I want advice from a glutton for mysterious human soporifics? Good point. We seriously had to curtail our dependence on these respective liquids. The situation has become embarrassing for everyone. I know. Maybe you and I should form some sort of support group. Isn't that what people do? What? I'm doing my best to dredge the memory of my dead civilization for salient protocol. I think that's what we're supposed to do. Once, when humanity was still a thing, these like us with similar problems would band together, smoke cigarettes, and psychologically dismantle each other. But like in a positive way. That sounds horrible. It surely will be. Do you have any cigarettes? I suppose we could use some sticks of your chalk in a pinch. These turtles probably won't know the difference. Can you maybe not be saying so many jokes? It's making it hard to concentrate on my suffering here. Well, we had to do something. I'm supposed to be guiding our team to a fortuitous outcome with my fancy light powers. How am I supposed to lead and inspire from under a velvet pillow? Also, my girlfriend thinks I'm an idiot. So there's that. Maybe they don't actually need us. Sure they do. I foresaw that they would, magically, not unlike a majestic wizardess, I think. At least, I'm pretty sure I did at one point, before getting repeatedly plastered. Okay, maybe they need you, seeing as you actually have useful powers. I doubt anyone needs me, though. Don't you remember what I said when we first met? I said your abilities would probably come in handy, didn't I? Probably. Yeah, maybe. I don't even know how to use those powers fully, and whenever I just try to do something I regret, I don't know if I can bring myself to use them again. You just need to dig deep down and believe in yourself. Why don't you give that a shot? I'm sure when the time comes, assessing your full potential will involve tapping into just the right platitude. I don't know. I'm too hungover to give a good seating advice. You see, this is the problem. Hence the need for a not entirely ironic support group. Let's do it. I declare Rainbow Rumpus Rehab Town is now in session. Where the heck is a gavel when you need one? Arg, no, that sounds so totally ironic. The last thing I need is another human using irony at me in an attempt to help. Stop trying to be pals with me all of a sudden. It's weirding me out. We never talked about our vaguely similar problems before. Now you want to be seer buddies with me because your friend stranded us on our hideous planet? Hey, my planet is nice. Well, in the shade, at least. What shade? The worst thing isn't even how bright it is or how wicked elixirs wreaking havoc on my pan. It's remembering that I used to think your land smelled so delicious. But now it looks so nasty to me. And I can't see it as I used to see it even if I try. My sensors are all confused now. How could this same candy-colored place seem so attractive when I'm blind and so gross when I'm healed? And what is with these disgusting blocks of gibberish floating around everywhere?
Oh my gosh.
I don't remember this stuff being here. Was it always like that and I just couldn't smell it? No, the artifacts are new. I honestly have no idea how to make them. What? I said, honestly have no idea what. Stop! You sound as horrible as everything looks. Dang it, it's so bright. Where the heck did I put my glasses? Who would have thought I'd ever need them for any purpose other than looking rad? Whoa.
Glare.
Whoa. You know how hard it would be to, like, make this look like this? Very good job of that. Oh my lord. Whoosh. Whoosh. Woo! Foo. Swoop. Perch. Hi, Rose. Nice glasses. Turtle. Thanks, John. I expect they will become the central accessory to my new signature look, one that perfectly captures my personality and sense of style, ostensibly forever. Grrr. Haha, okay. That was a nice entrance. You swept all those bothersome artifacts out of there too, it would seem. Oh. Yeah, that stuff is all over this session. I'm trying to blow it away whenever I see it, but there's just so much. I couldn't even begin to speculate as to the nature of the disturbing phenomena, could you? Nah, I just know it's super gross. These are god-tier abilities you are using, I presume? Yes. I learned how to turn into wind and swoosh around about a year ago. I was fighting Jack and found myself in a tight spot. It was just me and him facing each other man to man. Or man to cherub. Anyway. But he got the drop on me and put me in on one of his most dastardly chokeholds. His deadly blade was poised for a lethal stab through my heart. I thought for sure I was a goner, when suddenly I put away from his tentacly grasp like Houdini's slippery ghost. Later I materialized to seize the tactical advantage. Oh yeah, then I saw you. Huh. Huh. Ahem. Oh, hey, Terezi. Nice to see you again. Again? We never met, bro? Oh, yes we did. Briefly on the Stonehenge planet. You all appeared out of nowhere and we hung out for a little while. You threatened to cut my throat for some reason and then laughed, which was weird. But then you said it was a joke. I didn't really get the joke, but I just kind of let it go. Whole bunch of things happened, but nobody remembers except me. Haha. What? That's a good one. The throat-cutting joke past me said, ha 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 ha, so good. Did I also say something about smelling you die? Yeah. Yes! Been saving that one for a while. Good to know past me came through as usual. I trust my comedic timing was excellent. Man, you are such a weirdo. You're almost as crazy as, who? Let's not go there now. Go where? Nowhere. Suffice to say, I think you and a few other trolls are total nut jobs. No offense. I still can't believe you and Dave, actually, let's just not go there either. John, why do you think you're the only one who can remember the missing events? I don't know, but I think it might have something to do with this new power I have. What power? It's not a god tier power, it's something else. Something I got when I stuck my hand in a magic thing. A magic thing? That's a long story. One involving pirates. Pirates? I said it's a long story. Anyway, when I put my hand in the thing, it became all blurry. Blurry? Yes, and I kept randomly getting blurry and disappearing. And now I think I'm sort of unstuck in existence. Like I'm not fully a part of reality anymore, or bound by the rules governing it. Huh. Man, I'm doing a horrible job explaining this. Okay, the bottom line is now I just randomly disappear sometimes. And I reappear somewhere else in time and space. But it's not really like normal time travel. At least I don't think so. With regular time travel, the rules are pretty strict. Either paradox space already accounted for your time traveling, and you were always supposed to do it all along, or you messed up and changed something you weren't supposed to. In which case, you made a bad timeline, and everyone dies or something, right? Sure. But this isn't like that. I'm not sure how I know, but it feels like these jumps are totally outside all those rules. When I jump somewhere, like in the past, I think I can actually change stuff that isn't supposed to be changed, which makes me kind of nervous. Can you demonstrate this ability? Not really. I mean, not intentionally. I can't seem to control the jumps. Maybe that's for the best, though. If I could control it and try to use it my advantage, I'd probably just make a huge mess of things. Sounds like the beginning of Quantum Leap. Yes, you would. Even so, it would be worth noting if you're able to refine this ability. Could you please keep me informed of any developments? Well, yeah. And while you're at it, maybe you could tell us exactly what happened just after we arrived. Well, we were all pretty confused at first. You all just appeared out of nowhere and started babbling about evil Jade. You asked me what happened, but I didn't know anything because I just got there myself and was all alone. But then it was cool, and we all just walked around the land of hills and Stonehenges, or whatever it's called, and caught up a bit the last 3 years. We were trying to figure out what to do and decided it would be a good idea to try and meet up with all the new kids. But we had no idea where they were, and I still don't, except I have since determined that my teen Nana is evil too. But she is more like an evil robot than a scary wolf girl. But I digress. So we were planning to make some scouting expeditions to new planets to look for them, and everything was fine. That is until evil Jade showed up. She made you all disappear again and then came after me. But I used my windy powers to evade her, which really ticked her off. So she beat the crud out of me. But then I randomly zapped away, and have been running from her ever since. I am swishing the breeze around like crazy to throw her off my trail, but she keeps finding me. She's so crafty. That's good. We need you out there if you're going to stand a chance of accomplishing anything. I agree with our prior conclusions. Finding the other players is imperative. Given the current state of the session, I would not be surprised if they think they are all prisoners as well. Do you think you can find them? Yeah, I can try. What should I do when I find them? That's a good question. Haha. First, I guess just tell them that we're here. Alright. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Hey, if I see your mom, is there anything you want me to tell her? My mom? Yes, I mean your kid mom, obviously. I know. Wow. Tell her. Tell her I'm sorry for being such a horrible daughter. Wait, no, that wouldn't make any sense to her. The girl has no clue what a horrible daughter I was. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Zap. And he notices. I don't know. Just tell her whatever I think I should say. Rose, there are some really piss-poor, heartfelt messages. I'm not exactly in tough form here, John. And in any case, no one's ever accused me of being an awesome candidate for the Hallmark writing staff. Just promise that you'll find her, okay? Alright, I'll find her. I promise. Thanks. Uh-oh, looks like the jig is up. Poof. John, wait. Zap. Come back. I thought of something to tell her. Aww. Dang it. Slump. Bonk. Oof. Ow. Now she'll forget everything. Where did my velvet pillow go? Grr. Honk. Honk? We heard a honk. Uh-oh. Alright, my friends. Well, my name is FlightlessBird. This is Sorbet's Game Channel. And our continued blind Let's Play of Homestuck. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit that thumbs up to like the video and subscribe. And we're gonna press on in the next video. Hope to see you then. Have a wonderful, fantastic, amazing, awesome day. So long, and take care. Thank you for watching this video and being the #1 YouTube community in all of YouTube. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you would like to see next. I always love to hear from you. And remember that you matter, you are brilliant, and you are loved. Always be true to yourself and never let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly, feathered, flightless bird.